Hello everyone. Can anyone confirm to me that am I clearly audible or not before we will start the session? And we will try to wait for maybe 4 or 5 minutes so that whosoever wants to join the session they will join. And then maybe I will start talking about this GPT-4. Uh, I was just exploring from past few days the day it is announced this technical report, and after that there are 3 pages that we have, right? uh, Product and the research part. So I just want to I was just exploring these things, so I thought that why not to take a live session where we cumulative discuss few things regarding this GPT-4 and the chat GPT previous version GPT 3.5. And I'll not go in very much in depth regarding this because might this might be the case that there are so many students here who are not even aware about NLP and all those stuffs. I will talk about overview of these things so that everyone is actually aware about this technology, and then I will talk about the use cases, right? Where we can use in our real life these kind of things. So that is the real thing, so that everyone in the live session and even after the recorded part, those who will willing to see the session again, the recorded session, so they will be able to understand even though they are not from data science background, even though they are not from a NLP based background. So that is the real vision. So those who are not even aware about NLP and all those stuffs, they don't need to worry. We will discuss in such a way that everyone in this session will find something useful out of this. It's not that much a huge session, it's just 20-30 minutes I'll take from you all, and then we will talk about few little bit things which I found very fascinating and which I think is something which everyone should know, in the technology part per se. And yeah, that is something which we really want to discuss. But before that, please give me a confirmation that am I clearly audible or not. Hello, Noor. Good evening. Can you confirm to me, or maybe those who are listening the session, please confirm to me, am I clearly audible or not? Is my voice is clear or not? So that we can start ahead. I think it's 8:04. So maybe let's wait for 1-2 minutes more and then we will start. Meanwhile, you guys can write in a comment section what you have explored so far with respect to GPT-4. How you think it is something which is different from the previous GPT versions that we have seen, and what are the key insights you will be able to find out. How you think that you know this thing is something which is quite useful in our real time scenarios. This is the main thing which I want to discuss, because even you all know, right? Even chat gpt, the previous version where GPT 3.5 was there, it's not like that those who are from core data science background are only using those stuffs. No, it's quite something which anyone can use even though they are not from a technical background, right? So that is something which is the key perspective which I really want to give, so that in your real life also you can widely use those kind of stuffs, and even you can create a passive income out of that. So I will try to discuss all those perspectives here. Maybe someone can find it useful, and then you can share those particular perspectives to other your friends as well, right? So Aryan is saying sound is clear, and Himanshu is also saying clearly audible. That's perfect. So, shall we start now? I think it's 8:05. Let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes more. Meanwhile, you can write in the comment section what do you think. So, I just want to see your perspective before I will begin and talk about my perspective. Anyone wants to do any sort of comment with respect to the GPT-4? I think you guys already have seen, this particular thing. Any comments, guys? Yes, any comments? If my voice is clearly audible, So I think I should get some response out of you all. There are so many people listening this particular live session. So I am expecting some sort of comments from you all. Meanwhile, I am trying to adjust a screen. So just give me a few more seconds. What I really want to share. I think now it is good. Now it is better. Yeah, super. Mm, perfect. So Gurpreet is saying, I afraid it takes jobs of many programmers. Okay, it can take a job of many programmers. Okay, we will talk about this perspective also. See, when you are saying na there will be a loss of jobs, definitely I will agree with this point that there will be a loss of job, but you have to see that for every loss of job there is a new job which will be coming up in the market. you know uh, what kind of jobs will get lost wherever there is a more kind of a labor work, wherever there is no need of specifically sitting a person. With respect to programmers, you are saying, I don't think that those who are doing work with respect to AI, data science, NLP, deep learning, computer vision, they are anyhow losing their jobs. But if you will say to me that some other kind of jobs like where it includes something which is not required a human perspective, which GPT is doing pretty well, that kind of jobs definitely will get lost. So that is something which we have to understand at every kind of a scenario, in every time, that in today's scenario those people or those students will get exist. This is what I usually say in my sessions also. Those who have a flexibility, those who are not like stubborn people, those who are not like that, I will not change myself, I am working in this specific domain and this is the only domain where I will work, I am having expertise in this domain. So that stubborn nature will not work in industry. You have to be flexible enough to change the language, to change the different domains whenever time permits, whenever you think that there is a high need. So for those who think that the job currently they are doing, there is a need. So for those particular people, I believe there is definitely a need. It's a great improvement as we can input image with as a prompt. Yes, so let's get started with the session now. I think it's been a while that we are waiting for people to join. So what things we have observed, सबसे पहले तो if you will see, if I will just share this screen, I hope everyone can see the technical report. Let me do one thing, I'm sharing you the links, uh, so that if you really want, you can open in your system as well. So this is the technical report. I have shared the link in the comment section, chat window. Then there is a second link which I am sharing, and this is about the product link which they have shared, and this is about the research link which they have shared. These three references you will be able to find in the description of this particular video as well. So you can take from that as well. Now the same technical report I have opened here. If you will see here, it's a technical report kind of structure. It's not a research paper per se, because when I started reading this, I didn't find a format of research paper also. That's why maybe they have named this name as technical report. It's kind of a report format. The good thing here, the very first important thing that we have observed here is that GPT-4 that they have released is a multi-model model. What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of a multi-model model? It's a kind of a model which can accept different kind of modalities of data. Meaning, for example, accepting the image and the text input. This is a kind of a example of a multi-model model. Before that, if you will observe in the previous GPT versions, this is not
something which is there, right? This is something which is new, and it will be able to produce a text output. For example, if I will show you one example of that, I think this is there in the in this particular report itself, or maybe I can open, let me open on this particular part. Somewhere though I have seen a very good example. This is the picture. For example, if you will see what is funny about this image, describe it panel by panel. So it's an example, a very good example of multi-model model. So here, if you will see, I'm passing an input to the model, input image to the model. User is giving an image and is asking a question that, can you tell me what is funny about this image? So it is describing that. By observing the image, if you will see, panel by panel, it is describing the image very much appropriately. This kind of thing is something which is pretty much new in GPT-4, the very first very interesting point. I hope it makes sense to everyone. Is it clear? The very first interesting point is that it's a multi-model model, means it will be able to take the input as a image and a text, and will be able to produce a text output. The example just now I have shown to you. Now this GPT-4 is available to the people who are having a chat GPT plus kind of a subscription, which costs around $20 per month. As of now, I don't have, and I'm planning to buy one. If I will do so, then definitely I will take a separate live session for that, where I will show you the demo of the differences between the output that I am getting from GPT 3.5 and GPT 4. So currently, the free version which I have, there, if you will observe that accessibility of GPT-4 is not there, right? Now, here, if you will see, the second important and interesting thing which GPT-4 does is that it will be able to pass a simulated bar exam with a score around the top 10% of test takers, which was not there in the previous version. So here, again, if I will show you the example of the same, this is what I have seen, and I'm quite amazed with the results. They have shown a proper list of that. Let me again go back. I think this is the one. Yes, this is the one. So here, if you will see, we have evaluated GPT-4 on traditional benchmarks designed for machine learning based models. It considerably outperforms existing large language models alongside most state of the art models, which may include benchmark specific crafting or additional training protocols. So here, if you can see, right, these are the benchmarks: GPT-4, GPT-3.5, which is the previous one, then LM SOTA. So here, if you will see, multiple choice questions in 57 subjects. This was the accuracy which is generated by GPT-4. If you will observe the gap between the GPT-4 and the previous versions, in every scenario, if you will observe, GPT-4 is performing pretty well, right? Hella swag, AI to reasoning challenge, human eval, drop, F1 score. So in every case, if you will compare its accuracy with respect to the previous models, again, it is performing far better than the previous models that we have. Again, the second big achievement which is done by GPT-4, right? So previous GPT versions will not able to perform that much accurate result, right? So here, if you will see, it gives a score around the top 10% of the test takers. Make sense? Now, what is GPT? Whatsoever version we have, can you tell me what is the full form of GPT? Anyone can write in the comment section. We are talking about GPT, different kind of a versions currently. If I will ask from you that, can you tell me what is the full form of GPT? Anyone who can tell me, who clearly knows? Any idea? Anyone can write the answer. Is chat GPT harmful for programmers? Not, no, not as such. I didn't find any harm in that. It's useful in for programmers, I believe, and it really depends person to person from what use case you are using, and we will talk about this at the end of the session today. who developed the chat GPT. It's developed by OpenAI people, right? So who will tell me what is the full form of GPT? Anyone, whosoever is listening this session, any idea what is the full form of GPT? It's a generative pre-trained generative pre-trained transformers. So here it's a transformer based model. There is one research paper, if you will go today after this session, you will be able to easily able to get that. The research paper named is Attention is All You Need. Attention is all you need. In this research paper, you will easily able to find out the complete architecture of a transformer. You will observe that this transformer architecture is composed of encoder and decoder. This transformer architecture is composed of two components: encoder, where they are passing the input, and decoder, from there they will be able to generate the output, right? Now, if you will observe, when I am saying GPT is a combination of various decoders that we have, right? From which this particular GPT is formed up. When I'm saying encoder, a series of combinations of encoder layers forms a combination of BERT that we have. Now, I know that there are people who are not clearly aware about what I am saying here, but you can say that it's, in a nutshell, cutting the long story short, it's a state of the art model. It's a state of the art model in NLP. A lot in depth, mathematical explanation is there, and how it is working. There's a lot inside this particular transformer based model. And I would say, after the coming up with this transformer state of the art model, a lot many problems have been solved. For example, हम देखते हैं कि गूगल के अंदर ट्रांसलेशन टूल, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मुझे इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज नहीं आती है, मुझे हिंदी से इंग्लिश में कन्वर्ट करना है. Nowadays, it's very easy. For example, I want to talk to someone in French. I want to know the France. So what I will do? English में मैंने टाइप किया, कन्वर्ट कर दिया फ्रांस में. मैपिंग इज रिक्वायर्ड. या फिर हम देखते हैं कि ऑटोमेटिकली मुझे सेंटेंस को कंप्लीट करना है. सेंटेंस कंप्लीशन प्रॉब्लम. यू विल ऑलवेज सी दैट जब हम मेल्स लिखते हैं आज के टाइम पे, तो हमारे पास ऑटो सजेशंस आते हैं, राइट? आई होप एवरीवन हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड दीज थिंग्स इन रियल टाइम सिनेरियोज. गूगल ट्रांसलेशन, ऑटो कंप्लीशन टास्क, कि मतलब मैं कोई मेल लिख रही हूँ और मेरे पास ऑटोमेटिकली जनरेटिव टेक्स्ट आ रहा है जहां पे लिखा हुआ आ रहा है कि इसके आगे आपको ये वर्ड्स लिखने चाहिए. How all these things are happening? All these things are happening because of this transformer based model. This auto generative task which I am talking about is done by this generative pre-trained model. यहाँ पे pre-trained का मतलब ये होता है कि बहुत बड़े डेटा सेट पे ऑलरेडी ट्रेनिंग की गई है. किस तरीके की ट्रेनिंग की गई है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैं बोलती हूँ आई लव रीडिंग, एंड मैं यहाँ पे बोलती हूँ नोवेल्स. अब ये जो वर्ड है नोवेल्स, मुझे नहीं पता कि यहाँ पर क्या वर्ड आएगा. ये है मेरा आउटपुट, ये मेरे टारगेट वैल्यू है, और ये मेरे फीचर्स हो जाते हैं x1, x2, x3. और हम क्या करते हैं, यहाँ पे मॉडल लगाते हैं, जैसे जो कि मैं बात कर रही हूँ जनरेटिव प्री ट्रेन मॉडल. वो क्या करते हैं, वो प्रोबेबिलिटी निकालते हैं कि बताओ टारगेट क्या होगा अगर मैं मॉडल को x1, x2, x3 फीचर्स दूं तो. व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ अ टारगेट गिवन x1, x2, x3. और इस तरीके की प्रोबेबिलिटी को हम बोलते हैं, अगर आपने 11th 12th में पढ़ा हो प्रोबेबिलिटी कॉन्सेप्ट्स के बारे में, कॉल्ड एज कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी. तो यहाँ पे सारा जो गेम होता है वो प्रोबेबिलिटी का होता है कि बताओ टारगेट वर्ड क्या होगा गिवन दीज फीचर्स. और एक तरीके से सुपरवाइज ट्रेनिंग की जाती है. हमारे पास बहुत बड़े बड़े सेंटेंसेस हैं, और जब मैं बोल रही हूँ जनरेटिव प्री ट्रेन मॉडल, बहुत एक्सटेंसिव डेटा है जहां पे इस तरीके से ट्रेनिंग की गई है. और अल्टीमेटली जो प्रोबेबिलिटी है टारगेट वैल्यू की, what we want is that would be very very high as comparable to the other particular words that we have in the dictionary, in the vocabulary. तो इस तरीके से completely training की जाती है. So this is all about the GPT. So here, if you will see in the technical report also, this is what you are seeing. What they are saying, GPT-4 is a transformer based model, pre-trained to predict the next token in a document. यही मैं बात यहाँ पे बोल रही हूँ. Next token मतलब next word document में क्या होगा, right? So I hope it makes sense to everyone. Little bit those who are very new about all these concepts, at least they are getting what I really want to convey here. समझ में आ रहा है? Can you guys give me the confirmation? So Himanshu is saying it's generative pre-trained transformer. That's correct. Generative मतलब हम कुछ जनरेट कर रहे हैं, हम एक नेक्स्ट वर्ड को जनरेट कर रहे हैं ना यहाँ पे, इसीलिए इसका नाम जनरेटिव. उसके बाद प्री ट्रेन मतलब कि ऑलरेडी ट्रेनिंग कर चुके हैं एक बहुत बड़े डेटा सेट पे, ताकि अगर फ्यूचर में मैं अपना डेटा डालती हूं तो वहां पर कोई प्रॉब्लम ना आए. ऑलरेडी बहुत बड़े डेटा सेट पे हम ट्रेनिंग कर चुके हैं. ट्रांसफॉर्मर मतलब मैंने बताया, ट्रांसफॉर्मर एक एनकोडर डिकोडर आर्किटेक्चर है जिसके बारे में अगर आपको कंप्लीटली इन डेप्थ देखना है तो अटेंशन इज ऑल यू नीड का एक रिसर्च पेपर है. वेब पे इफ यू विल सर्च यू विल बी इजीली एबल टू गेट द वेरी फर्स्ट लिंक, डाउनलोड दैट, यू विल बी इजीली एबल टू गेट दैट. तो ट्रांसफॉर्मर के अंदर हमारे पास एनकोडर भी होता है, डिकोडर भी होता है. अब जीपीटी की जब भी हम बात करेंगे तो उसके अंदर डिकोडर की लेयर्स होंगी, एनकोडर नहीं होगा. इसी तरीके से बर्ड करके मॉडल आता है, बर्ड के भी काफी डिफरेंट यूज केसेस हैं. एनकोडर्स के लेयर्स को जब हम लेते हैं तो वो बर्ड का एक मॉडल क्रिएट करता है. I hope it is clear. Any doubt until so far whatsoever I have covered up? Right? Now, second, so first thing we have seen, the first key point. So I want everyone after this session to write the key points which I'm talking about in the comment section, so that I will also get to know that what you have learned out of this session. So please make sure to note the points that I am covering up here. First point we have covered up, multi-model model. What is the meaning of that? It will take text as well as the input image and generate a output text. Example, I just now shown to you that, this particular example where we will be having a VGA connector, right? And it will be plugged into the charging port. So this is the first thing that we have discussed. Second thing which we have discussed is कि जब भी हम GPT-4 की बात करते हैं तो इसका जो रिजल्ट है with respect to the exams that we have, competitive exams, its accuracy is almost top 10% ranked performers के comparison में है. तो if we will evaluate that with respect to the previous models that we have, we will be able to get a very high accuracy as comparable to the other models that we have. Third important thing that we have learned is कि जब भी हम GPT की बात करते हैं तो it's a transformer based model. डिकोडर लेयर्स यहाँ पे अटैच्ड होती हैं और इसमें जो वर्ड है जनरेटिव, प्री ट्रेन, ट्रांसफॉर्मर, इनका मीनिंग क्या है, दैट इज व्हाट वी हैव लर्न. इज दिस क्लियर? शैल वी मूव अहेड? अब यहाँ पर डिपेंड करता है कि ठीक है हम विजुअली यहाँ पे इनपुट दे सकते हैं, ऑल दोस थिंग्स आर फाइन, दैट इज ऑल्सो ग्रेट. अब यहाँ पे एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज हमें समझनी है कि all these things are great, but हम इसको सबसे पहले तो एक्सेस कैसे करें. तो जैसा कि मैंने बताया कि जीपीटी के अंदर what you're supposed to do, if I will just try to open incognito tab, you just need to type chat GPT. So you will see that you will be able to get the very first link, and here you just need to click on this try chat GPT. If you will click that, what you will be able to get, either you can log in or you can sign up. तो log in करने के लिए तो you have to write I think your email ID or you can do continue with Google. तो या तो अपना email ID और पासवर्ड बनाइए या फिर Google से continue कर लो. तो continue करते हैं हम Google से, तो अपनी email ID अपने को डालनी है, अपना email ID जिस भी email ID से आप अटैच करना चाहते हो. So I'm not doing this because I'm in the incognito tab. So I already did this. So I'm just opening that chat GPT in front of you all. Now यहाँ पर अगर आप देखो ना तो यहाँ पे एक नॉर्मल वर्जन है जो कि आप सबके पास अवेलेबल होगा, ठीक है. लेकिन हमें मान लो यहाँ पे क्या करना है, I really want to upgrade this version. I really want to use the GPT-4 kind of a version. तो यहाँ पे तो previous capabilities है जो हमारे पास थी. अगर आपको मान लो कि अपग्रेड करना है और आपको चेक करना है कि GPT-4 में क्या क्या फीचर्स आए हैं जो कि अभी मैंने नहीं किया है, तो दिस इज माय करंट प्लान व्हिच इज अ फ्री प्लान जो कि आप सब लोगों के पास अवेलेबल होगा. इफ यू विल मूव अहेड टू द GPT chat GPT plus, then you will be able to have the access to that GPT-4. Apart from that, what they have written is it is available even when demand is high. So sometimes what I have felt is कई बार मैं ओपन करती हूँ और कई बार क्योंकि डिमांड उस टाइम पे हाई होती है तो मुझे अवेलेबल नहीं मिलता है, तो अगर मैं ये प्लस वर्जन लूंगी तो मुझे अवेलेबल होगा. फास्टर रिस्पॉन्स स्पीड है और प्रायोरिटी एक्सेस है न्यू फीचर्स का. जहां पे ये न्यू फीचर्स की बात कर रहे हैं, आई थिंक दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट GPT-4 ओनली, विच जस्ट नाउ दे हैव रिलीज्ड. ओके, नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज कि ठीक है, हर कोई तो डेटा साइंटिस्ट नहीं बनना चाहता या हर कोई तो टेक्निकल डोमेन में नहीं घुसना चाहता. हमें अगर ये मतलब नहीं है कि ट्रांसफॉर्मर बेस्ड है, हमें ये नहीं जानना है कि मल्टी मॉडल है, उसका मतलब क्या होता है. हमें तो मेनली ये चाहिए, जैसे हम कार चलाते हैं तो हम हर कोई तो ये जानने में इंटरेस्टेड नहीं होता ना कि कार कैसे बनती है, क्या इंजन लगा है, क्या है माइलेज है. हमें तो चलानी है कार, दैट्स इट. तो अगर आपको एब्स्ट्रैक्टिव लेवल पे इसको यूज करना है तो हाउ यू कैन यूज दैट, दैट इज व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू हियर. सी, whenever you're trying to go with respect to this chat GPT, real time में anything which you first of all let me know. अभी तक chat GPT आई थिंक हर किसी ने एक ना एक बार तो यूज किया होगा और बहुत लोग ऐसे होंगे जो डेली बेसिस पे यूज कर रहे होंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मी, आई एम यूजिंग दिस चैट जीपीटी ऑन डेली बेसिस. जब से टूल जो है डेवलप हुआ है तब से मैं इसको यूज कर रही हूँ. बट बिफोर आई विल टॉक अबाउट कि मैं कहाँ यूज कर रही हूँ, कहाँ रियल लाइफ में मेरे एप्लीकेशन में यूज हो रहा है, आई वॉन्ट एवरीवन टू टेल मी वेयर दे आर यूजिंग. आप लोग कहाँ यूज कर रहे हो इसको? एनीवन? So if we will talk about the capabilities, that the super thing is that it remembers what user said earlier in the conversation, follow up corrections देना और inappropriate request को decline कर देना. For example, अगर आप इससे पूछोगे ना, what is the current Bitcoin rate? If you will ask this kind of a question, I believe it will not able to answer, because for particular chat GPT it's a incorrect or invalid kind of a question. अब यहाँ पे अगर हम देखें, it is taking some time. If I will be having a subscription of that, so faster response rate will be there and it will be able to give me the result very fastly. Might be as of now the demand is very huge. That's the issue. It is showing network error. Now it is coming up with something, I'm not sure. Can you see that? What it is saying? I'm sorry, but as an AI language model, I don't have real-time access to current market data. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ऐसा नहीं है कि जब मैं इसके अंदर कुछ डेटा डाल रही हूँ या क्वेश्चन पूछ रही हूँ तो उस टाइम वो डेटा को उठा के मेरे को दे रहा है. कभी भी आप कुछ भी ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछोगे ना जो कि रियल टाइम में चेंज हो रही है वैल्यूज, इट डजंट हैव द डेटा ऑफ दैट, क्योंकि ये जो मॉडल है ये ऑलरेडी ट्रेन हो चुके हैं डेटा सेट पे. एंड इवन आई थिंक सितंबर 2021 तक, जहां तक मैंने देखा था, रिसर्च करके देखा था, तो दिखा रहा था कि सितंबर 2021 तक इसने डेटा को लिया है. उसके बाद का डेटा एज ऑफ नाउ इसके पास नहीं है, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई विल आस्क फ्रॉम इट व्हाट इज GPT-4, let's see what it will be able to give to me. I don't know. I'm asking for the very first time these questions in front of you all. See, this is what I was saying. I think I will be able to recollect very much correctly. What it is saying, as of my knowledge, cutoff date of September 2021, there is no publicly announced plan of the development of GPT-4 by OpenAI or any other organization. However, it is possible that new development have occurred since then. तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि यहाँ पर इवन मैंने देखा कुछ वीडियोस में जो लोग GPT-4 को भी यूज कर रहे हैं और वो भी अगर इस तरीके का क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं GPT-4 के बारे में, तो इट विल नॉट एबल टू गिव द आंसर इवन दो दे आर वर्किंग ऑन GPT-4. बट I don't know now they have upgraded the features or not, but whatever I have seen until so far from the other videos, it won't be able to give the correct answer with respect to the version name. तो यहाँ पर क्या है कि ट्रेनिंग जो है वो सितंबर 2021 तक की गई है, तो उसके बाद अगर डेवलपमेंट हुई है तो वो क्लियरली बोल रहे हैं कि वी आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ दैट, उससे पहले कुछ था नहीं, राइट? इसके अलावा अब क्वेश्चन ये आता है कि ठीक है, सबसे पहली चीज ये, ऐसा नहीं है कि करंट रियल टाइम डेटा को उठा रहा है। दूसरी चीज, सितंबर 2020 तक का डेटा जो है इसके पास अवेलेबल है, इवन GPT-4 के अंदर भी, जहां तक अभी तक नए नॉलेज में है इतना ही है। बट अगर मैं यहाँ पर रियल टाइम यूज केसेस की फिर से मैं बात करती हूँ, कहाँ कहाँ पे हम इसे यूज कर सकते हैं? एनी आंसर? स्टिल आई एम नॉट गेटिंग एनी आंसर्स फ्रॉम यू ऑल। तुम लोग कहाँ पे यूज कर रहे हो? कैन यू गाइज टेल मी व्हाट आर योर थॉट्स? वेयर आर यू गाइज यूजिंग? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द वेरी गुड वे टू यूज दिस चैट जीपीटी, बहुत सारी जॉब्स आज के टाइम पे आप देखोगे एज अ पैसिव जॉब्स, आई वुड से, इट्स नॉट, मे बी इट माइट नॉट बी अ फुल टाइम जॉब फॉर यू ऑल। बहुत लोग ऐसा चाहते हैं कि जो बहुत बड़े इन्फ्लुएंसर्स होते हैं, दे यूज टू हायर द पीपल टू स्पेसिफिकली टेक केयर ऑफ their social media networks. For example, they really don't have the time to write on a LinkedIn post. They really don't have the time to write on an Insta post. So they used to hire people under them जो कि ये काम कर सके। तो उस तरीके की जॉब करना अब आप लोगों के लिए, और मे बी जो लोग पार्ट टाइम इस जॉब को एक्सप्लोर करना चाहते हैं, उनके लिए काफी इजी है। व्हाई? बिकॉज यू जस्ट नीड टू टाइप, राइट मी अ लिंक्डइन पोस्ट, write me LinkedIn post regarding you know uh, the advancement of AI based technologies. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैं इस तरीके का पोस्ट लिखना चाहती हूँ, या कोई भी पोस्ट जो भी टॉपिक है उस तरीके का, आप देखोगे कि किस तरह से, मतलब इट इज ट्राइंग टू गिव द प्रॉपर एक्यूरेट रिजल्ट्स। It seems like that some human being is writing this kind of a post. So the very first use case where I feel this kind of tools are very much usable is to write a kind of a blog or article or post. हालांकि by saying that, I am not saying that just copy paste it. कभी भी, even I am also using this kind of a chat GPT tool to write my own LinkedIn post, but मैं कभी भी copy paste नहीं करती हूँ। Always have that trust factor, always have that personal touch, तभी ऑडियंस आपके पोस्ट को लाइक करेगी। अदरवाइज एक मशीन ने जो पोस्ट जनरेट किया और आपने किया, उसमें कुछ तो डिफरेंस होगा। सो बट व्हाट यू कैन डू इज यू कैन टेक अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ aspects from this. For example, how we can start our post, what things we can write, maybe कुछ अच्छे इंग्लिश वर्ड्स आपको यहाँ से मिल सकते हैं। तो वो सब चीजें आपको देखने को मिल सकती हैं if you will use it properly. So writing a blog, post or articles, anything like that. Apart from this, where other things from where you can use. अब अगर आप देखो ना, GPT 3.5 जो कि प्रीवियस वर्जन है, जो कि हम करंटली यहाँ पे यूज कर रहे हैं, उसके अंदर वर्ड्स की लिमिटेशन थी 40,000, आई थिंक, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग विद द नंबर्स, वर्ड्स तक की जो है हम यूज कर सकते थे। पर आई थिंक GPT-4 ने उसको भी एक्सटेंड कर दिया, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग। आई डोंट हैव द नंबर्स करेक्टली रिटन हियर, but I think this is what I also have studied, that it's almost 25,000 more times. So 40,000 word of text, if I'm not wrong, I can check it. I have read it somewhere. You just try to see it, it must be in the technical report if it is not there here, but definitely there is. Somewhere it is written, you can check it out. I'm not able to get it just now. So that is something again which is quite interesting, right? Apart from this, where you can use this? Anyone? The second important thing where we can use this is, for example, if I really want to, stuck, you are doing some code, some implementation in your job, है ना, और वहां पे कोड करते हुए आप स्टक हो गए हो, आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, या फिर एक कोड ऑलरेडी लिखा हुआ है और आपको डिबग करना है कि एरर कहाँ पे है। So what you can do is you can just type the same thing inside this particular chat GPT, and definitely I have used it, quite frequently, and it will be able to give you the correct answer कि इस particular code में यहाँ पर issue है, and it will really help us to troubleshoot that particular thing. थर्ड इंपॉर्टेंट यूज केस जहां पे हम इसको यूज कर सकते हैं इज टू सॉल्व एनी होमवर्क. अगेन इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ अ पार्ट टाइम जॉब. अगर आप लोग कॉलेज में हो, कॉलेज में क्या होता है कि यू माइट हैव अ फ्रेंड्स जहाँ पे उनके पास टाइम नहीं है मे बी होमवर्क करने का या कुछ और चीजें सॉल्व करने का, असाइनमेंट सॉल्व करने का. तो नाउ यू कैन टेक द हेल्प फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर टूल एंड यू विल बी इजिली एबल टू सॉल्व दैट. At least at my time when I was pursuing the masters, the assignments of those masters are very challenging for me. And I think from the Google web, when I used to explore the assignments given by the professors, I won't be able to get the exact results. तो उस टाइम पे तो चैट जीपीटी था नहीं, पर मुझे अब लगता है कि जो लोग अभी इस टाइम पे मास्टर्स कर रहे हैं, पीएचडी रिसर्च कर रहे हैं या फिर बैचलर्स कर रहे हैं, उनके लिए ये टूल काफी हेल्पफुल रहेगा. क्योंकि जो भी आपको असाइनमेंट्स मिल रहे हैं, जो भी आपको होमवर्क काइंड ऑफ अ चीज मिल रही है, if you will ask the chat gpt, it will be really able to answer it. Have you guys tried? Anyone, whosoever is listening here, anyone tried that thing? Is that effective with respect to you all? See, now I don't have any assignments or anything to explore, but I believe it should give you the best result uh, with whatsoever things I have explored so far. Apart from this, any other use case? Fourth use case where I use this chat GPT quite a lot, and I'm sharing my own experiences, is in the YouTube. So YouTube की thumbnail heading या फिर YouTube के description को डालने के लिए या थंबनेल बनाने के लिए किस तरीके का हेडिंग रखना चाहिए, अगेन इट रियली मैटर्स अ लॉट, राइट. किसी भी चीज को इंटरेस्टिंग तरीके से अगर बनाते हैं तो ऑब्वियसली वो ऑडियंस को भी ज्यादा अट्रैक्ट करता है. होती तो सब सेम चीजें ही है, बट it depends what kind of a heading, what kind of a thumbnail, what kind of a things that you're adding in your videos. It really matters a lot with respect to the stats that we usually see in the YouTube channel. तो उस पर्टिकुलर केस में भी, उस पर्टिकुलर सिनेरियो में भी ये टूल मेरे लिए काफी इफेक्टिव रहा. until so far, from the day it was developed until today, I'm using this tool quite effectively for that perspective as well, right? Any other thing I was not able to recall. This is something where I am using. Any other thought that you have? आप लोग कहाँ पर और कहीं और यूज कर रहे हो इस टूल को? Anyone who wants to share his or her thoughts with respect to the chat gpt wherever they are using any real time use के scenario? बस एक चीज मुझे लगता है आफ्टर द एडवांसमेंट ऑफ दीज थिंग्स, पहले चैट जीपीटी आया, अब चैट जीपीटी के अंदर GPT-4 वर्जन आ रहा है, जिससे कि एक्यूरेसी और अच्छी हो रही है, रिस्पॉन्स टाइम और डिक्रीज हो रहा है, फास्टर रिस्पॉन्सेज हमें मिल रहे हैं, वो सब अच्छा है. द ओनली थिंग विच आई रियली फाउंड इट समवेयर डेंजरस इज, आप लोग बोल रहे हो जॉब्स के बारे में, मुझे नहीं लगता कि जॉब्स जाने वाली हैं. हाँ, जहां पर फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक्चुअली में अब ह्यूमन बींग्स की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल बहुत सारे टास्क हैं जो अब जीपीटी की हेल्प से ऑटोमेट हो चुके हैं. वहां पे जहां लोग बैठते थे, मे बी नाउ देयर इज नो नीड ऑफ दैट. सो देयर jobs will get closed, but on the same time other domain specific job will get opened. The only thing which really afraid me as of now is कि ऐसा ना हो कि we really lost our creativity skills, right? If you remember, this is what I used to see. जब हम पुराने लोगों को से मिलते हैं, for example, when I used to meet my grandmother, right? So they have a very good calculation power. क्योंकि उस टाइम पे क्या था कि इतना कैलकुलेटर यूज नहीं करते थे. उस टाइम पे क्या था कि इतना फोन नहीं था कि कैलकुलेट कर सके. आज के टाइम पे क्या हुआ कि कैलकुलेशन हम लोग बहुत धीरे करते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि हमारे पास कैलकुलेटर है और हमने इतना यूज नहीं किया अपना दिमाग उस चीज के लिए. Similarly, it might be the scenario that our creativity will get lost. So that's why I'm saying that whenever you are using these kind of stuffs, please do make sure to add your personal touch, to add your personal creativity, because machines are machines anyhow. They are trained on a huge amount of data. That's it. But जो पर्सनल टच आप लोग अपने पोस्ट में या अपने काम में दोगे, दैट इज समथिंग विच इज separates the thing from the post which is given by machines. Even I am using these kind of things, but I always make sure that I will always add the personal touch. और उसको add करने के लिए you just need time and effort. And this is something which everyone wants from you in whatever task you are doing. So that is something which I really want to talk about here in this particular session. And now I am done. So I just want to give you the idea that what are the new features that we have in GPT-4, and in what real use cases, in what real time you can use this kind of a version. If you really want, you can go and try to upgrade to plus to actually check the difference between GPT-3 versus GPT-4. I'm planning, but I'm not sure that whether I will buy or not, because as of now I'm having quite hectic schedule. So if I'll buy, I won't able to use that. I will buy at that point where I will be having the time to explore and do the research in a lot more depth. But if I will buy, then definitely I will do one more real time live session where I will ask the same. This is what I am planning. I will ask the same question to GPT 3.5 version and then GPT 4. And then, I will try to see, or I will try to show you that what is the difference between the responses. Whatever I have seen with respect to the accuracy parts, I am expecting that GPT-4 will be able to give me a better results as comparable to the GPT 3.5. But live, when we will see, we will be able to get a better understanding of the same. I hope that you find this session quite insightful. Now, if you have anything, any thoughts which you really want to share in the chat, you can share it. After the session, I really want everyone to write in the comment section what things you have learned from this particular session, and what are your thoughts on the same, right? So, if you have any sort of doubt or anything which you really want to ask from me, you can ask in the chat window. I am here just for more 5 minutes, and then maybe we can wrap up the session. Anyone wants to ask something? And you can also give me the suggestions. Maybe by next week, if you want to me to give a live session of something, which particular thing you really want me to do. For example, from in the last week, I remember we have. If you haven't seen yet, just go and check the career and development playlist. So show you, if I will show you my. So I hope everyone can see my YouTube channel. Here, if you will go to the playlist, here if you will see, I have created a separate playlist where the very first session which was taken live is maximizing your potential, how to utilize LinkedIn for career development. Then how to create an impressive resume using overleaf. These are the most demanded, sessions by maximum students. They usually told to me that please try to take this particular live sessions, and that's why I have taken that. And then GPT-4 is something which is very recent, so I thought that let's try to take the live session of this. For the next week, I don't have anything in my head as of now. If you will give me the suggestions that you really want this kind of a session from me, maybe I will prepare accordingly. And if you have something to share, you can share to me if you have some thoughts. There are some students who told me that I should take one live session with respect to Git and GitHub, that how we can create our repositories, how we can create our proper GitHub profile. That is something like this, where how we can upload the repositories, how we can write this readme page. If you really want to have this particular session, do let me know. If you have some other thoughts in your head, do let me know. Anything which you really want to share, so that accordingly we will plan our next week. Any suggestions, anyone? After the session also, for those who are not currently watching to me, I request everyone to write your suggestions in your comment section, so that next week I will plan it accordingly. Whosoever is having a majority comment, I will take that session only. You can say about DSA if you really want, that if I will solve any live coding questions with respect to lead code or the interview based questions, we can take live sessions for that. Or if you want to talk about data science stuffs, we can take live session for that. If you want something with respect to GitHub, like career and development specifically, I can take live session of that. We can have a discussion over that. Or there are other stuffs also. For example, with respect to research papers, some students asked to me that those who are pursuing masters, They usually messaged me that, Priya, how to write a research paper, or how we usually read research papers. It's quite, uh, boring task. How we can do that? So if you really want me to talk about those stuffs, you can write in the comment section. What actually you want, you can write it, and then accordingly, with respect to the maximum majority, I will go with that particular aspect. Uh, Priya, you are doing a great job for providing nice and informative session. Every video in your channel is very informative. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Can you take lecture on SVN or GitHub Actions? GitHub Actions is something which I really want. I really don't want to take as of now. I just want to start with a very basic, and then I want to go in advanced part. But yes, maybe after few weeks, if you will ask to me the same thing, then we can take. Because see, I don't want that if audience is joining, maybe 20-25 people are there, and they won't be able to understand the stuff which I am talking about, and only 2-3 people are understanding. That is something which really makes me dissatisfied also. So I really want to go step by step, where everyone should be able to understand what I am talking about. For example, until so far, whatsoever sessions I have taken, I believe that you will be able to get the idea what I'm talking here. It's not like I'm speaking something and you won't be able to. It's like France for you all. So I can take that, but just on a later stage. Okay. Any other advice, anyone? And by the way, thanks Keshalia for your uh, uh, thing that you have said. I hope that for everyone, whosoever is watching the videos, they really get the insightful thing. And there are so many people who are asking from me, please create a DSA using Python playlist. Please see, guys, it's already there. It's already in a structured format. If you will see, starting from why data structure is required until dynamic programming, it's already there. And more videos are about to come where I will talk about few more applications of dynamic programming. So, but very huge amount of students still don't know that we have a playlist. I usually have a good habit of putting everything in an organized manner in a playlist, starting from the sessions, taking sessions from where I started few months back in my YouTube channel. If you will see, for every particular video, I used to attach that video with a proper playlist, so that if in future anyone wants to come on my channel and really want to see even the live Q&A sessions which I have taken. There were 10 sessions which we have done so far, where we have just talked about random chit chat, where you have asked the questions. I have taken a separate playlist for that as well. So for those who really don't know, please try to go and try to explore. Even uh, there are so many people who used to ask to me that in IITH, what kind of syllabus do you have? If you will go to the experiences playlist, you will be easily able to see. I have explained everything. I'm taking AI curriculum in IITs, detailed interview process, most useful websites, tips to create resume. So this is something which is with respect to my experiences which I have shared. And one new video is coming up day after tomorrow, that is about maximizing your productivity, time management tips and tricks. Please do watch that as well. I really like this video also. So this video will be released one day after tomorrow, right? And yeah, this is all about the things which I really want to talk about. So please do give me the suggestion in the chat window or in the comment section. I will definitely check it out, and accordingly I will plan the next week uh, live session. Okay. So I will be waiting for your comments, and apart from this, do let me know what things you have learned in today's live session. In the previous live, so many students commented, and uh, on the LinkedIn also they have tagged me and told that what they have done so far and what things they have learned from the sessions. Please do tell me today's session as well, because it really motivates me that okay, whatever I am talking about here, people are understanding that. That is the real sense of motivation for me, that okay, whatsoever things I am delivering here, it makes sense to you. That's the ultimate thing which I really want from you all. Okay. With this, let's end the today's live. I hope that you really enjoyed it. And bye bye, everyone. And I will see you all next upcoming week, where again I will talk about some different stuffs, different live sessions. If you have some demand from your side, please do mention in the comment section. Bye bye, and I'll see you all next week.